I forgot to unmute. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to stream. It is lovely to have you here, as it always is. Josh and Max and Oki. It is great to have all of you here, as well as anybody who might be lurking. And Kingfisher, hello. I know nothing about World of Warcraft, but what's the zone called? Nerf, hello, cutie. But yes, today we are starting my favorite part of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is the utterly incredible Torna DLC. It is so good that it makes the rest of the game look not good in comparison. And I know there are problems with Xenoblade 2, but I still think it's a very good game. However, Torna is an unquestionably good game. Ungoro Crater. A lush rainforest in a valley in the middle of a bunch of sandy zones. Hell yeah. It's the wonderful and in all ways attractive wintry sage. Happy New Year, Sage. Here's my less Christmassy pig, on account of it's no longer Christmas. But yeah. And this is Torna, the Golden Country. I love you too, Sage. How dare you? This is a prologue to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, providing some of the backstory. Hama, hello! Look at you, cutie. God, Hama, I don't catch enough of your streams. I really miss them. Yes, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Yes. If you don't follow Hama, definitely worth following. Cute Dutch Fox Lad has an absolutely adorable VTuber, has wonderful streams. Yeah, Hama's wonderful. Definitely worth checking out if you don't yet. Yeah, okay, but it's quite short by JRPG standards. It's only 20 to 30 hours long. But yes, this is DLC with some of the best music, some of the best characters, some of the best areas, better... Like, they just took everything that was good about Xenoblade 2 and made it better, and everything that was bad and threw it out. It's amazing. It has no gacha, which is, like, the best change a game could make. Pre-existing save data found. Yeah, because I've played this several times. I mean, yeah, Sage, I love this game. Oh, and this intro.
The year was 3564. The 107th Indoline Praetor, Rhodalis, had sent an armed expedition against the country of Sia. Its capital, Amranta, fell overnight and sank beneath the clouds, along with the rest of the Titan. The destruction of Sia shocked all the nations of Allrest. Officially, the act was attributed to a military alliance chiefly by Indol
also you, Summer.
and the emerging power of Mor Ardain. In fact, it had been the work of one blade, the Aegis, a man known as Malos. Said to be the architect's word incarnate. Back then, neither Laura nor myself knew how closely his fate would prove to be tied with ours in the days to come.
You're that eager to die? Then allow me to assist.
Yeah. Yeah, Melos can take out an entire type minion, though. He's a scary man. Kick that wolf, Laura.
There's no end to them.
And it's not just the Wolf and Ferris. Even the Balufra's caught up in it.
Laura, can you smell it?
Huh. Ugh, it stinks like...
Yeah, this tosses you right into battle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Blood. It's driving them crazy.
So, this is one of the best battle themes in any game. I'm saying it right now. It's fantastic. Approach an enemy and press R to target them. With an enemy targeted, press A to draw weapons. The character with their weapon drawn will auto-attack.
Alright, follow my lead.
They'll live to regret this.
With every auto-attack hit, your art gauges will fill up slightly. This is called Art's Recharge. With the gauge full, press the corresponding button to use the art. Number 10. This is Torna, the Golden Country, the DLC to Xenoblade 2. And it is perfect. If you use an art, the precise moment an auto attack connects, you can cancel into the art without winding down from the attack. This is called action cancelling. You can cancel arts into specials too, and by unlocking certain nodes on affinity charts, it becomes possible to cancel arts into other arts. A successful cancel will charge the special gauge more than usual, but it's worth learning this tricky technique if you want to maximize efficiency. It's not that tricky, you just have to have a bit of timing. The team is composed of a driver and their blades. Level, EXP, HP, Strength, Ether, Agility, Dexterity, and Luck stat are common to all members of a team.
I feel
You read my mind. Heart of Thorns!
I feel
You read my mind.
Now, one thing I want to address before the next fight starts, although it's being addressed in the tutorial here. In Xenoblade Chronicles 2, drivers fight with their blade's weapon. That's not true here. Laura is not using Jin's sword, as she would if she were a traditional driver. That's interesting. She is fighting with her own skills, while Jin stands behind her, assisting. However, in battle, a team is split between vanguard and rear guard positions. The character in the vanguard is the attacker, while the rear guard plays support. You as the player directly control the vanguard. The rear guard will attack and provide buffs automatically.
Heart of Thorns!
When you receive an attack, the damage you took will be displayed as a red bar indicating recoverable HP. This damage is healed using a Vanguard switch, one of my favorite things this game introduces. The recoverable HP will drain over time. Performing Vanguard switches whenever you can, and keeping your HP high is the key to victory. When a team's HP reaches 0, they'll be incapacitated. If you can't continue the fight, you'll be returned to the last landmark you passed without any further penalty.
Now that's more like it.
Once the rear guard gauge fills up in battle, you can press up or down to perform a maneuver called a Vanguard switch. When you trigger a Vanguard switch, the rear guard will move up to trade places with the Vanguard while attacking with their switch art. This is part of what makes this battle system so much more dynamic. After the switch, the new Vanguard's arc gauges will be full, ready to be used immediately. So using a Vanguard switch is a good way to press an attack. Special is a move that uses cooperation between the team members to great effect. Using arcs will in turn charge the special gauge. This is called special recharge. When this gauge is full, you can press A to use a special. Already done. Ow. I want to try to get to a level 4 special, which is unlikely with this enemy. Have good work, Max. If I switch to Jin, it'll be useful. You can charge the special gauge up beyond level 1 all the way up to level 4. Whereas level 1 has the Vanguard attack alone, levels 2, 3, and 4 are a real team effort. But first, here's a free special gauge top-up so you can try using a level 4 special and admire Laura and Jin's flawless coordination. Hell yeah. When using a special, a button challenge will pop up on screen. Press the right button at the right time as instructed, and the move's effect will be magnified. Slightly. If you miss the timing on these, it makes like no difference.
Don't forget me!
I'll never forget you, Stitch.
Laura!
Thank you, Jin.
Well, we've got room for improvement.
Of what?
This fighting style. It magnifies our strength, sure, but it leaves us wide open. When the sword is in my hand, you're left defenseless.
What, you won't keep me safe?
Huh?
I'll keep you safe always.
I'll keep you safe, always.
I can boost it.
You still remember that?
I've thought about it.
Let me know if that's better,
for these
Josh.
17 years. I'll never forget it. The day you set me free from a life of misery.
I see.
So, this introduces Laura. Thus far, the best Xenoblade protagonist. Yes, I'm including Shulk in that list. Like, everybody knows she's better than Rex because, like, I love Rex, but he's garbage. And I think better than any Xenoblade 3 protagonist, even though they're all amazing. Laura is wonderful. it also brings us a very different Jin to the man we encountered in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A Jin who has not yet lost everything in his life. The feature that the arrow is pointing to right now is the compass. The markers on it show you where Laura and her friends should go next. The number above each marker gives the distance to that objective. Also, if the objective is located above you or below you, you'll see an arrow pointing up or down. You're not wrong, 10. They are all great. But Laura is the greatest. Now the arrow is pointing to the environmental info. This gives you the name of your current area, as well as the weather and the time. Thank you, Stitch. The minimap gives you an idea of what's around you. Pressing L lets you change its zoom and size, and the mark in the center shows your position and facing. Why am I dropping frames? Oh no. Ah. Give me a second. Gotta check why I'm dropping frames. That looks better. No, Sage, I've never played Hollow Knight. Yeah, so, Josh, I'm going to agree with Nintendo there, that even though, like, in Xeno X, yes, there's a player-created character, but Elma is very much the protagonist. She is the main character of the story. Even if you're the main playable character. And I love Elma. Okay, frames seem to have stabilized. Lastly, your current objective window. This explains what Laura and co should be doing right now. And finally, they introduced something that Xenoblade 2 didn't have. All of these tutorials, you can actually see them again if you forgot them. Like, you can get these things back. In this game, you can check previous tutorials from the menu. That should not be a selling point, but it is. Oh, it's music. Oh, this game's nice. I like this game, chat. Lysaria Woodland, where you are right now, is a special kind of area known as a landmark. All rest features 3 kinds of areas: locations, landmarks, and secret areas. You can instantly travel to any previously discovered landmark or secret area from the skip travel menu found in the main menu.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige. I guess they had backup. Oh, it's gone! Now we're getting into the rhythm.
And we immediately move into the higher intensity combat music.
It's my turn.
You're doing well.
Yes, this should do nicely. I will grow stronger still.
Yeah, that one blew me away.
There we earned a second arc for Jin, and possibly for Laura.
You'll watch my back, right, Jin?
Vanguard art acquired Snow Blast. Rearguard art acquired, I think, Sky Cleave. Yeah. So you get both Rearguard and Vanguard arts for each character. Laura was actually the character I more wanted to be in Smash, even over Pyra and Mithra.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige. I
Her fighting style with the whip is very interesting. So over there, I unintentionally did something very interesting. Laura has an attack that causes break. Jin's Vanguard Switch art causes topple. So by using them together, you can very quickly get break and topple. Wintry Sage, could you please ban Nintendo? Thank you. Nintendo has committed a great crime.
Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted.
You know, I didn't want to fight you, buddy. You can still stutter step in this as you can in the main game.
Yes, this should be nice. Snow Chill stroke.
Dream team confirmed.
Zero blade. Excellent.
Damn, I guess Nintendo gets a second chance. Line, hello. Thank you for the dudes. You know, Oki, I have disabled that, but it doesn't seem to have gone away. I'll have to look into it.
Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor. These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry, really. We're all good people. Promise.
Can you walk?
Baby boy, very sad.
You can. Good going.
Thank you, Oki, and thank you, Sage.
And your family? Were they there with you? Should we go back and...
Mikhail.
Hmm?
My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura.
But we knew a
And
Mikhail.
he's...
I don't have a family. I was sold to this village from Estem. So I'm all alone.
I see. Right then. Starting today, we're going to be your new family. We'll take you back to our friends and...
You people? You're strangers. You don't have to pretend to care.
You don't beat around the bush, do you?
Thanks, Stitch.
He's gonna be a handful, this one. Though really, I was just the same once. Very well. Friends first then, not family. How's that sound?
Laura,
Hmm? What's up?
I'll scout the area. Look after him.
Oh,
I like her
of course.
everything a lot.
Be careful. And Jin.
I know.
Jin, make sure you wear your mask. It makes you look...
What was that you said, Baldric?
The Sean capital of Omrantha has fallen. Or rather, it was annihilated. Praetor Redalis.
So it has come to pass after all.
Oh no! Respectfully,
Hello, Nobu.
you aren't much of an actor, Eminence. It appears you are not surprised at all. We heard disturbing rumors circling among the Magisters. Amalthus, whom you recently elevated to Quester?
We know that name.
People wonder if this calamity has anything to do with that man's blade. With such extraordinary power, is it really wise to,
No matter whose power affected it, it is sure to serve the greater glory of Indal. The architect will surely be pleased.
Eminence, do you believe it can be controlled?
If it cannot, I will let him take the blame. I have spoken. Thank you for your report, Magister Baldric. You may return to your duties.
This looks like a good spot to set up camp. Yeah, I'll start preparing the food. Oh wow, you're a star, Jin. What do you reckon you'll make? Let's see now. Should be able to get my hands on a few choice ingredients around here. If we can find some Torna taupe, deviled onions, and sour avocados, I could stew them together.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
I feel like that's found a perfect time in every stream recently. Thank you, Nintendo. You like trout stralu, right? It's absolutely divine. You'll join us for a bite to eat, won't you, Mikhail? I guess. Perfect. Then let's set to work and hunt for those ingredients. All three of those things should be easy to come by around here. No need to travel off the beaten path. Thank you, Lime. I will. What you're looking for right now is a collection point. Check here to uncover collectible items. You'll find collection points all over Allrest, and each area will have its own selection of items to discover. Chat is cute. Also, there are some collection points where you can use Blade's field skills to find special collectible items that you couldn't get otherwise. The collectibles that you find are sure to come in handy during your adventure, so if you come across a collection point, be sure to check it out. Collection points are not as good as just the standard collectibles in Xeno 1 and turns out Xeno 3, but the collection points in Torna are better than the collection points in the base game because they tell you what kind of thing you're going to get, which is useful.
Aren't we intrepid?
They're also a little bit quicker. Thank you for clipping that, Josh.
This is becoming addictive.
You can always check the current objective. I need a sour avocado. Which is not a vegetable, so I'm going to be disappointed if it's here. It is. I'm disappointed. Throw away the whole game.
This is becoming addictive.
You will also occasionally find a gold collection point.
This is becoming addictive.
Those tend to give you rarer and or more items.
This is becoming addictive.
Okay, you're already wonderful, so, you know, you got a head start.
Aren't we intrepid?
Oof, good luck, Stitch. Right, we've got our ingredients. Fire's nice and toasty. I think we're all set for the night. Jin, would you mind making a start on the cooking? I'll get right to it. The blade's doing the cooking? Got a problem with that? Better Jin than me. If I were in charge, I'd probably end up losing a limb peeling the veggies. Ma'am, that's a terrifying thing to say. It's not all one-sided, though. Laura has her own talents, like making charms. That I could never do. Right, we make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Later, driver, no one has to shoulder all the burden. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna make a start on the trout strode. Won't take long. This is something completely new to this, but that was carried through pretty well to Xenoblade 3. You can craft various items to help you at these camping
Don't spoil your
sites.
appetite before I'm done.
So we can make Jin's trout strode.
Just taste it.
Baby boy do a slam.
How sad. That village, I mean.
It is.
That blade, Malos. He didn't do that, did he?
The towns raised by the Aegis were completely obliterated. I plan to inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
Anyway, you should rest now. We should be able to meet up with Hayes tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I wonder if she's found any leads on Mother. I hope so, anyway.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.
That really hit the spot. You know, I really can't think of anything better than waking up to Jin's cooking. Scrumptious. You scarfed that down quick. 1 second. I'm scared. Hey Kyle, relax. He's not gonna bite you. Don't let the whole moody thing fool you. He's genuinely concerned about it. Moody thing? Look, if there's anything you need, just tell us, alright? Nah, I'm fine. Really? Okay, I hear you. Listen, I know Jin can seem a bit scary, but he's really very gentle. You'll get used to him. I just need to clean up here, then we can move out. Beltley can't be far now, can it? Where we're meeting up with Hayes. That's right, there's still a way to go, but if we keep to the road, it won't take long. Certain places out in the wild allow you to make camp. 3 things you can do at campsite are resting, crafting, and chatting. Rest allows you to use bonus experience, very similar to in the base game. Crafting allows you to use collectibles to make items, and chatting lets you speak with allies for advice on how to proceed. Chatting also has some extra, not crucial, but some extra story content. As you can see, camps are places of preparation and growth. When entering a new area, it's worth scouting out the next campsite first. Crafting is one of the actions available when camping. It expends collectibles to create pouch items, as well as valuable unique items with particular properties. As your adventure progresses, you can obtain more recipes to expand your crafting repertoire, for example by completing quests or raiding treasure troves. Pouch items can be set inside a driver's pouch to empower that driver's team for a fixed duration, same as the base game. You can always create more by crafting them at a campsite, so use them as much as you can, for instance when preparing for a difficult battle ahead. I'm actually going to stop at this campsite again. in order to chat. Laura, about that battle earlier. I know, right? We were phenomenal. You're trying to do too much. Aw, what? I thought you were gonna praise me. I'm only trying to draw out your full power, Jin. You know that. That's fine, and I appreciate it. What I'm saying is, please don't put yourself at risk, Laura. We've been together a long time, haven't we, Jin? Ever since I touched your core crystal as a little girl, and we became bonded forever as driver and blade. Yeah. It's a bond closer than blood, I think. That's part of the reason why I want to help you too. See you grow and be there for you. That's beautiful, Laura. But you're a driver and I'm a blade. Blades protect their drivers in a fight. The natural order of it. Especially since we don't need to worry about being wounded as long as the core crystal stays intact. While I, on the other hand, am just a human. When the driver dies, their blades return to their cores. That's why you want me to be more careful, right? Exactly. I get it. Well, it's not like I want to make you anxious in the middle of a fight. Okay, I promise not to overdo it. And if things start looking bad, I'll be sure to switch out for you. That would be great, thanks. Counting on you, then. You know I'd never let you down. As I said, a little bit of story content there, but also kind of reminding you that doing a Vanguard switch lets you get back recoverable HP. And in fact, we've immediately got another chat. I'm probably not going to do all of these, but when I see the opportunity, I am going to go through them. I really hope we'll be able to join up with Hayes soon. It isn't far to Felkley now. In fact, we should be there in no time as long as we stick to the path. I wonder what Hayes will think of Mikhail when she sees him. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. Don't worry, Mikhail. Hayes is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. Be fine. Don't have any bonus experience, or at least not enough, so can't level up. Not that I was intending to. Oh, you want to go? You want to go? You can see how much HP I got back there.
Take this! You're doing well.
I concur.
You'll watch my back, right, Jim?
You can get details on each character's Vanguard switch art in the character screen. You can't normally see it, but you can see it over here. Yeah. The switch art, Touch Me Not. In Laura's case, it gives a launch. So if an enemy is toppled, Laura can switch them. However, Jin's topple is almost... I've never had it be long enough for Laura to be able to switch again and launch, which is unfortunate, because it would be really cool to do both. I'm going to improve Hungry Snake quickly.
It takes time and effort to get this good.
And Jin's switch art, Thin Ice, has a topple effect. I've never really watched Cardcaptor Sakura. Card Tainter. The Tainter. The Tainter. That's hard to say. I'm actually going to improve the switch art.
For you.
Ah, it looks like you found a treasure trove. You'll discover treasure troves of many shapes and sizes as you journey across Orleans. Some of them might be locked, so you won't be able to get to the goods unless your blades have the right field skills. It's always good to check first.
The suspense is killing me.
A little bit of money and an accessory. That was the wrong button. Accessing the menu is slightly different between Xeno 2 and 3. I've been playing a lot of 3 lately. So, giving Laura the rigid vest increases her maximum HP by 200. To this point is like a that's like an extra 40% HP. Interestingly, we also have a weapon slot. You can swap out different weapons for drivers, which is a very different thing compared to the base game. At the moment, we only have the Blazing Braid, though, which is fire element and adds a 10% chance of attacking again after a successful auto.
This is becoming addictive.
And we saw a large lad jump out of the cloud sea there. Can I target him from here? Yeah, he's level 42. I ain't gonna fuck with that. As you probably noticed, the bridge ahead is out. It's an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. Using a blade's field skill will provide a solution. Check out that wither tree up ahead and witness Jin's field skill at work. Incidentally, if you'd like to know more about it, you can check Jin's field skills by going to main menu characters, blade setup info. There are many places in the world of Allrest where you'll need field skills to proceed. Even if an obstacle seems impossible at first, it's worth getting a bit closer to see if you can do something. I'm actually not going to do that at all.
You're coming with me, treasure.
There's a fang chip there. There are still core chips in Torna, and we can improve Jin's auto attack and critical rate by giving him the fang chip. Rewards early exploration a lot.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Break, we can swap into Topple, which also heals Laura, and we can finish him off quickly. Hi, Zach. Yes, there is sad stuff in the DLC, but there's also sad stuff in the main game, so, like, that's not a huge surprise. They're Xeno games. Things frequently go bad.
With all my might.
And we cross our improvised bridge.
Aren't we intrepid?
And by collecting enough of stuff, Jin improves.
Half the battle is living to fight another day.
So yeah, there is still the affinity chart from the base game, and it isn't really improved much. It's very much the same thing. It's just, for reasons we'll see, it ends up being a little bit more realistic. Valid, Zach. Defeat an Arlo Capyba in the secluded Bone Wood. Yeah, we have seen that things don't work out particularly well for Jin or Laura.
We made it. Good stuff.
You arrive at the Harad Hills. If you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter ones whose target icon looks different from that of normal enemies. We call those unique monsters, and they're a little bit special. Unique monsters are much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest drivers in Allrest often have trouble with them. So if you take down a unique monster, you'll surely earn the respect of people all over Allrest. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You'll want to make sure you're prepared if you plan on surviving the powerful attacks they often wield. If you defeat a unique monster, a tombstone will remain at the site where it fell in memory of its legendary life. Some even say that if you press A at the tombstone, the monster will rise from its grave to reclaim its former glory. He is level 23. Unique monsters also have that weird symbol behind their level indicator. And in fact, that's the only way to fully see, except unique monsters also have a particular naming scheme, which is always an adjective followed by some normal names. In this case, Harbinger, Cavil. But I ain't gonna fight him, because I'm not that much of a fool. I am fool enough to try to take on a level 6 enemy.
Laura's safety is my charge.
More trouble?
I feel
You read my mind.
Laura, let's switch.
Oh no. Another friend joined in. Yeah, I'm about to die.
It's too soon to give in.
Bye. No, I said bye. You don't have to keep chasing me. I actually got away. If it was just the scorpion or just the bird, I think I could have done it. Ooh, these birds hurt a lot though.
I feel you. Never again. Laura, let's switch.
I like the way this is going.
Snow blast.
Try this on the sides.
Chill stroke. They keep coming.
Dream team confirmed.
Ow.
You can keep up,
Then
Laura.
watch my back, Jim.
Switch into Laura.
Fight for my friends.
She fights for her friends? Man, I wonder who else says that.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming
I
addictive.
think she does, Nintendo. Oh. Poopy buttholes.
This is becoming addictive.
Hello, Smage.
Oh. I think we've been spotted.
Oh, no thank you. No money. I mean, it's not, but I do see the resemblance to the Windows background. Why is this caterpillar so intent on fighting me? Fine. Laura got a new art. Spinning Wheel, which is AoE and also reduces aggro. Which, since we're currently the only people, doesn't really matter, but will later.
With you there. Can't just leave it there. We're doing well.
Yes, mission Star Slash.
Best of luck.
And Jin learned Star Slash, which is a wonderful attack which pierces defense. Which is to say,
Coming with me,
unblockable.
treasure.
Yes, Shadow Major. This is 500 years ago.
intrepid.
This takes place 500 years before the events of Xenoblade 2, during a period known as the Aegis War. Risking it for the biscuit. Dawning slate pieces. There are several, I think 30 or so slate pieces across the game.
This is becoming addictive.
Which, if you get all of them, allow you to get a thing. We'll get there. Yes, Mage. I don't see your issue.
We made it. Good stuff.
Doesn't
This is
seem
becoming
so bad.
addictive. These guys should be no problem.
Lord
Oh
safety
no,
is my
I'm hurting
job.
Arlo.
Path of thorns!
I feel you.
Spinning wheels! Break!
Don't
With you
overdo
there.
it.
I'm fine. Just fine.
Star slash.
Best of luck.
These guys are level 3, and they are really messing me up.
Chill stroke.
Perfect sync. You need healing.
I'm not done here.
We'll watch my back, right, Jim? I'd rather we didn't have to deal with all these encounters.
Let's hurry on ahead.
The switching to recover HP is such a fun mechanic. I unfortunately need to hurt them for something I'm trying to earn. It's very unfortunate.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
This is less than tenable.
Turn that frown upside down.
I can't believe she said that.
Yeah, we got this.
Catch.
Path of thorns!
I feel you.
I'm good, Smage. How are you?
Never again.
Thanks.
Torna, let's switch.
Try this
Star
on this
slash.
side. I like the way this is going.
Snow
Take
blast.
this.
Ow. Whoa.
Back into the fray.
I feel unstoppable.
Yeah, that was nice and easy.
May the next one go as swiftly. I feel my power.
A self-inflicted mouth wound. I assume that means you bit the inside of your mouth, not you stabbed yourself for fun. Rock Woods of Yorn.
Aren't we intrepid?
Fortunately, a lot of the enemies here are non-aggressive because we're actually slightly under-leveled. Not under-leveled. You stabbed yourself with a pretzel. That is an unfortunate thing to stab yourself with.
This is becoming addictive. Uh-oh. I think we've been
Whoops.
spotted.
Bye.
Trouble? Looks like Hayes isn't here yet.
Enemies can't follow you into a cutscene.
What the? This should be the village of Feltree.
Unacceptable!
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the Aegis.
But why would he do this?
Look out!
Jin!
It's nothing. Let's go.
I hope you're enjoying Dwarf Fortress, Mage. I mean, I assume that's what you're talking about.
Ready to put another win under our belts?
Stay with the flow of battle. If I must.
This is the track Battle in the Skies Above from the base game, and it's great.
If I must. Away.
Can't just leave it there. Come on!
Heal up some.
For my boss.
Gotcha!
If I must. If I must.
Yes, this track was briefly in the base game.
For my boss.
You can only hear it in a handful of fights at the very top of the space station.
Good. I'm with you.
Great.
Midnight Sun. If I must.
You need healing.
Yeah, I'll play it someday, Smage. Genuinely.
This is no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malice's.
Get down, you two!
Holy...
That was a close one.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
It's she.
Hey. Wait a minute.
It's he.
The emblem of Torna.
You are Jin, right? Wow, I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that age.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Have it your way.
Heads up, people!
That temple judge will be death of me one day. Why do I?
Not working!
Once again, we can see Mithra fights with her own weapon, while Man, who we don't know, fights with his. That's very different to what we've seen in the base game. And we can see now his name is Adam. Is Adam sufficiently Bara for you, Stitch?
I need your help here, Jin.
Good. I'm with you.
Great.
Midnight Sun!
Doesn't look like we'll be capturing you then.
Well, I'll accept that.
The hell are these two? They're just a driver and blade. Where's this strength coming from?
Well, he is the Paragon of Torna.
I've had enough.
What? No. There's no need for you to...
But you're thorough as heck. Stitch, not Twitch, damn it. I messed up.
You!
What?
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
Zaid, hello.
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed. They call
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and castle, a weapon. What a concept. How did you ever come up with that idea?
Hi Zaid, you cute.
Oh, well... We were broke.
Uh-huh.
We couldn't afford meals, let alone another sword. And so we made do.
You're kidding. Oh man, you guys are the best. I haven't laughed this hard in ages.
Huh?
I really, really like you two.
God, Adam's such a moron, I love him.
Master Adam! Sir!
Milton!
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you hurt at all? Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta, and fourth in line to the throne of Torna.
Oh, come on, Milton. I've been with him the whole time. You really think these two would cause any harm?
You've been using your dumb artifice again, haven't you?
Dumb?
So yeah, sure, nothing to worry about, right?
Milton? Who's this then?
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Well, I'd better give her my thanks.
You see,
Hayes!
Adam is
Oh,
just Rex with
Was
charisma.
she with you?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, my lady.
He's got the same temperament, the same personality, the same intelligence, but he's nice.
I see.
Rex is kind of
So
boring.
that's when.
Also
What
with
a sad-
puberty.
Sad tale, Nora.
Oh, here we go again. Don't let it get cold now.
Yeah, like Stitch said, Zika Rex.
So then, how come you've enlisted with a band of mercenaries?
I guess I like the freedom. This way I'm not tied down. So I can help out. With causes I really believe in, you know? Going's tough everywhere you look these days, right?
Stitch
Can't
said
ignore
Zeke
it, can I?
Rex first. Then I was
I
responding to
understand.
both of you.
Fat load of good that'll do, in the long run. The world keeps turning anyway.
You might think that. But mercenaries and statesmen each have their own views and ways to effect change. It's not in vain.
A blade siding with humans. You don't see that every day.
I think it's blades like you that are rare.
Well, duh. You do know what I am, right?
Lacking in compassion.
Huh?
They do
Blades
seem
like
to have,
you
Josh.
really are a rare sight. That may be for the best.
So, about Jin. I suppose you have to take him away from me.
I could try to slay you right here.
But
But my mission is to stop the Aegis's destruction. To subdue Malos, not to seek out lost trinkets. Who cares about paragons anyway?
huh?
How about you two join up? Lend us your strength. You're incredibly powerful. There's loads I want to pick up from you, like that trick from before. Let's see. We'll say I found the paragon on my journey and decided to entrust him to you. To help with Malos. Well, sound plausible?
That's just...
Honestly, Adam is so nice. She is, Josh.
How dare you
Ace,
speak to me like that?
who will go on to be known
He
as
thinks he
Fan
knows
Lenore
me.
500 years down.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
You meant you're unpolished. After you return to your core, you lose your memories. However, as you gain experience with people, gradually the nature of a blade, rather their feelings, they change and grow. You become more and more human. But you purposely keep yourself apart.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, not at all. I respect that part of you.
He's so tsundere immediately.
Hey, are you angry? About this whole Malos thing?
I'm not. Whatever happens, I'll protect you. Be sure of it. We cannot simply ignore what's happening in the world. But
what?
please say you'll be careful.
I will. Your Highness,
Just Adam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say, My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torrigoth.
I've heard of that place.
Torrigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardanian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
So Josh,
You don't want to see your mother?
to the best of my knowledge,
Of course.
Adam is
but-
actually Mithra's first driver.
Then let's go. Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torrigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torrigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
And also your tsundere.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Hey, it's Blue Fist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, eh? And I found something else too, something real interesting. Uh-huh. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch.
Yeah, the bladeograms are never really touched on in the base game, which is curious.
Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon, what I stole in the first place.
But yes, Josh, to answer your question, I believe Adam is Mithra's first driver. Because the Aegis core crystals are different to all other core crystals and were actually part of the Trinity processor and were in Elysium, they weren't really available to be used as blades before Amelthus stole them. And we know for a fact that that this takes place shortly after Amelthus stole them. So I believe Mithra's first driver is Adam. Really nice to have some more company around here. Really makes fighting a breeze too. Well, yeah, what did you expect? The monsters around here don't stand a chance against me. The powers are on a completely different level, true. But that's not what Laura was trying to say, Aegis. Laura doesn't think of blades as mere tools of their drivers. To her, they're partners in art, right? Exactly. When I said we had more company, I was talking about all three of you. I don't care whether you're a blade or a driver. I'm just happy that we get to share our time together. Aww. Okay then, that's a pretty weird way of thinking if you ask me. You think so? Should we perhaps be on our way to Yanchik Harbor now? If we keep to the road, it should take us straight there. The regular boat from Yanchik to Gormon, is it? As far as I know, it's still running, but we should probably hurry all the same. I believe it does briefly touch on that, Josh, yes. Now that Hayes has rejoined your party, you'll be able to blade switch. When a team contains 2 blades, performing a blade switch while exploring in battle lets you see which of the blades will participate in the action. You can perform a blade switch by pressing left. In battle, the technique comes with a cooldown timer, so you won't be able to use it in quick succession. By combining Vanguard switching and blade switching, you can choose the battle participants to suit your playstyle or as the situation requires. Okay, you're all not aggressive. Let's go.
Aren't we intrepid?
Juice! I'm glad to embrace my new name of Beef.
Aren't we intrepid?
I stole your pea. I'm the pea thief. The Peef. What's this? Some kind of weird mist? Must be an ether miasma. We should do something about this before it ends up blocking the way to the harbor. This wasn't here when I passed through before. It does seem to have sprung up fairly recently. Father, this is the only way through to the harbor where the ship departs. There are monsters too. Maybe the miasma attracted them somehow? Indeed. We should handle this before more of them show up. Just let me at that miasma. I'll blast it into next week. Yes, and everything in a quarter-mile radius while you're at it. No problem. Miasma is in the way, Mithra burns miasma. Miasma no longer in the way. Done. Mithra, the power you wield is undeniable. But all it takes is the slightest misjudgment and we end up being no better than Malak. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think Hayes' powers should be able to disperse it too. Oh really? That would be very handy. Yes, I just need a moment of concentration. Do you think you could take care of the monsters for me? Say no more. Mithra, you're up. It seems like a ridiculously overcomplicated way to deal with things, but my driver's wish is my command. That'll do. Let's go.
We can take care of it if you want.
Yeah, quests. This I'm not going to read through, because it's literally just telling you how quests work. It's a JRPG. I've done this before. Now then, let's use Hayes' powers to get rid of the ether miasma.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Each of your party characters has a unique art that only they can use, called a talent art. If you meet the requirements for activating it, you can press right to do so. Check the conditions and effects of talent arts and visit the Enhance Arts menu. Talent arts have very powerful effects, but can come with significant downsides as well. Be sure to consider how and when to use them to get the most benefit. So, for example, Laura's. Laura can cut her own HP in half to refill all of her art recharges. It is very powerful, but it's very risky. Attacking, healing your team, and other actions which your foe considers undesirable will make the characters performing them accrue a value called aggro. Aggro is accumulated individually by each team, and enemies will attack the team with the highest aggro. Try to manage your aggro so that teams with low HP or ones with low defense values don't get targeted. Raining in attacks for time is a useful technique.
I'm fine. Just fine. Can't just leave it there.
I put my back into it
once.
All done. Now it's Haze's time to shine. Not so fast. That wasn't all the monsters. The miasma has attracted more. Can't do our thing until they're all dealt with. Ugh, well that's lame. Lame it may be, but we can't give up now.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Also, I've noticed this apparently bothers some people. No one said it in my chat, but I've seen it in other places. I like to keep my camera pointed more down. Jin's talent art. Consumes all recoverable HP to boost his stats. The more recoverable HP you have, the more your stats are boosted. Again, risk reward. Are we done yet? Seems like it. Haze, if you would. Right away. Titans, the great continents of all rest, are living beings, and one of the waste products they generate manifests as ether miasmas. They're Titan form. That's all they are. They tend to attract monsters, so removing it isn't the safest of occupations. It is, however, rewarding, as doing so unlocks a new collection point each time.
The ether bends as I will it.
The ether miasma's gone. Look over there. So much ether around here. We're bound to find some nice stuff if we look around. Ah, so the abundance of ether must have been what made the miasma form in the first place. Indeed. Well, if we run into any more miasmas, I trust you'll do the honors, Haze. Of course, leave it to me. I'm so glad you're with us. Otherwise I'd be forced to rely on that loose cannon Mithra, right? No, that's not what I meant. You've always been my only blade, so you don't have any experience of working together with other blades. That's my fault. But I'm sure that by traveling with Haze and Jin, you'll learn a lot about your own power. And that's a good thing, right? Way to lay expectations on. I'll give this cooperation thing a go, but I'm not making any promises about learning anything.
Give me a shout next time something happens.
That is perhaps more fanfare than we needed for killing 5
Aren't
ants.
we intrepid?
Yeah, every time you clear an ether miasma, it gives a unique collection point that tends to give lots of good items. Hey, are you drivers? Then you've come just in time. You passed that bridge coming here, right? I was headed for the Harad Hills that lie beyond, but then... well, then some monsters came and settled there, and now I've got a problem. Please, would you defeat them for me? The dunes are the only place where I can find sand of that color and composition. If I don't make the delivery in time, my father will surely get physical. That is awful. Ugh, the less said of that, the better. I hope you deal with them soon. I'll be waiting at the Felkley village campsite. This is our first side quest. That was sudden. Are we going to do anything about it? Personally, I do feel that ensuring Laura's happy reunion with her mother is our top priority. But abandoning a person in need doesn't quite sit well with me either. If we extend a helping hand, we may receive assistance in return somewhere down the line. Yeah, it really is a conundrum. It's your choice, Laura. Yep, we're with you whatever you decide. Thanks, guys. Let me think a while. I love that it pauses on her half blade.
I hope we'll be able to help.
It does every time. The goodwill Laura and her friends create is known as community. Community, for people who've played this game, is a dirty word. The foundations of community is talking to the many and various inhabitants of Allred. Speak to a person and you'll learn their name, job, and location. You can always check this information by going to the community menu found in the main menu. Talk to everyone you can and expand your community. Resolve an issue that a person listed in the community menu is struggling with, and they'll give you a token of their support for you. Collect a lot and your community will grow stronger. Raising the community level will cause more quests to become available. What comes around goes around. Spreading the community spirit lets Laura, Jin, and their allies make their mark on the world. Doing good for the benefit of all the rest is its own reward. Oh, and one more thing. The menu is automatically opened every time someone's info is added to the community screen, but you can disable that by turning on skip community registrations, which I'm immediately going to do. So, community is something I enjoy. What it basically is a different kind of reward for side quests. It is not yet clear why I would say it is a dirty word. And it won't be clear for a while, but we'll get there. And we're immediately going to go back to help this guy out. Collection points do come back after a while, so you can get some good stuff. So yeah, at this point, it is not at all clear how or why I would consider community to be a bad thing. And it won't be clear this stream, in fact. Oh, another slate piece.
This is becoming addictive.
And there are the culprits. I see now, they're doing a grand job of blocking the way, aren't they? Some people just don't know when to cut their losses and quit, I guess. That's funny coming from you. I'm starting to feel for the monsters. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Lady Laura, should we intervene? Nah. They're just each saying what they're thinking, and that's no easy thing. Sure, they might butt heads sometimes, but that doesn't mean they'll kill each other, right? Yeah. Right. Ryan is who we need in this situation. What the hell do you think you are? Good line. Why don't you look in the mirror and ask yourself that? Oh, Jin, that was weak. Ugh, I hate this guy's guts. I'm gonna kiss him. Friendly banter between comrades is music to my ears. I'm sure that together we can go far. That wasn't friendly banter. Smage. That's illegal, but also you. Why don't we give them a warm welcome?
These guys should be no problem.
Laura, stay close.
Oh no, another friend joined the party. And we can swap to Haze as well. He has a party heal for the first time.
We're so powerful. I mean, we are, right?
Hello,
Most of you
Crow.
hardly even broke a sweat. Ugh. Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Okay, fine. So, I mentioned that that Laura's switch art is a launch, but it's very hard to get up timing-wise.
You all give me the strength to fight on.
However, Adam also has a launch art, and Hayes' switch art is a smash. So already we can potentially get a full break topple launch smash. You'll be missed, Crow. But also I get it, Buttspot is mean.
Looks like you're getting the hang of me.
I don't have an optimum setup or anything, but it's early game, and we're not seeing any issues yet. Nameless Wonder Pie? Let's first talk to Kane. Oh, you got rid of them? Drivers sure have some skills. Thanks a bunch. Simple manual labor, my arse. Nothing simple about this, you codger. Ugh. And still, I've got to hurry if I don't want to get fed a knuckle sandwich. Looks like there's still one more monster to take down. Here, I've not got much to offer, but take this with my thanks.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
Thank you, Trom. Just don't eat a knuckle sandwich. We work as gardeners in the capital, my dad and me. If you're ever in the area, come say hi. Righto then. How much sand did he say we needed again? I'm sure I'll remember along the way. And Kane becomes one of our supporters. And we reach community level 1. We need 15 supporters to get to community level 2. What benefits does that bring? Not yet clear.
Glad we were able to help out.
Me is Nameless Wanderer. Travel through high and dry and low and wet and cold and also warm places. Life of Traveler is lonely one, so it's much relief when there is a chance of talk with other folk. It's such relief talking to friends. Must reward somehow. Here, take this oak's core me found lying in nearby lake. It's just fancy paperweight for non-driver, so not much use keeping. Happy to give away. Me think it should be just right for Blade who really into smashing and brawling. Perhaps super smashing and brawling. As in the base game, you can get massive melee Mithra. Wrong button. Which you could get long before Mithra joined Smash, which is interesting. Definitely worth equipping immediately because it increases the critical rate by 25%. And we'll give her Affinity Max Attack 1 as well. Yeah, I don't really care about those too much. You don't have any other core chips. And can we get any accessories? Ooh, nice rigid vest for him. What's the fluffy hat do? Increases ether. It increases auto attack. Laura, you can take the other rigid vest. And you can take the fluffy hat. Just because it sounds cute to have Laura wearing a fluffy hat. Massive Melee Mithra, among other things, puts Mithra into her slightly less revealing costume, which I personally prefer. Slightly less revealing, but it gives her, like, full-length stockings, and I don't think the developers realized that a lot of people find that sexy on the internet. Now, that's where we need to go.
Here we are.
I say we rest a bit.
Here we are, Yanchik Harbor, isn't it? That's correct. I requested that they wait specially for Lady Laura before they depart. Oh, nice one. Good thinking, Hayes. Looks like getting our ride to Gormott will be no trouble at all. Come on, let's go and have a chat with the captain. Yeah, Nintendo. I mean, it paints her legs black, but stockings is essentially what it is. Or leggings, let's say. The two main ways of making your entire team stronger are leveling up and using pouch items. Add a pouch item to driver's patch to empower them with a certain buff for a fixed duration. 3 ways to make a driver stronger. You can either improve the actual character or improve their equipment. I'm not going to go over this in detail. It's very similar to the base game. See? Black stockings, Nintendo. Or leggings. Call it what you will. And fills in her boob window as well, which was a bit ridiculous. Still working on that, but thank you, Trump. And we can break a green barrel. What could these green barrels possibly be? They contain red pollen orbs? Curious. Something that is meaningful if you've played Xenoblade 1, but doesn't really come up in Xenoblade 2 at all. Over here, there are obstructive roots that require more powerful swift swordplay and more focus. We cannot come through here yet. And we can see a city in the distance, but we will not be visiting there quite yet.
Killing me.
I'm going to use those 2 fang chips I got on Hayes and Mithra. Sword of the Fox. Oh! Okay, I don't need to use that on Mithra because her current sword is already that. It's worth noting she has the highest auto attack and critical rate. No, not critical rate. But by the highest auto attack by a good chunk. You can talk to any of these people, and they all have interesting things to say. Some of them will be added to your community, some will not. Damn it, I'm out of items for my pouch. It's not like it's the end of the world or anything, but they do make life on the road a little easier. If you leverage the effects of the right items, you can really amp up your usefulness. For a bit, anyway. At least it looks like I'm going to be able to finish up here without too much trouble. You should be loading up your pouches with stuff as well. Just keep an eye on how much you have left. Genuinely very good advice. Meh? You those drivers? Very impressive. Dulala came all the way to Torna just to be driver. Think Power of Blades very glamorous. There's some places that only drivers can get by using Power of Blades. Want to get own blades, so Dulala can visit all kinds of different places. But almost not none seem to be able to become drivers. Not none, but very few.
Coming with me, treasure.
You all off to Gormott then? Before you head out, you should check out the glowy whitish spots around each area. You can get some pretty rad items from those, and they tend to be different kinds depending on the location. Near rocks you'll find minerals, near water fish, insects in the desert, plants and fruit in grassland. See the logic? So you gotta look in the right kind of place for the right kind of material. You dig? I do dig.
The suspense is killing me.
More green barrels.
You're coming with me, treasure.
How very curious. Hello, roly-poly. Oh, friends! Our friends may be intrepid team of fearless blades and drivers. Roly-poly is also driver. Meh? What you mean cool story? It's truth. Roly-poly veteran of many, many battle. Now about to start new job. Sound like super duper mega faff, so Roly-poly on lookout for Ella. Friends look competent, but roly-poly know better than to trust appearance. We'll give friends test. As for specifics of test, yes, roly-poly just have most excellent brain work. Want to see friends topple 5 enemies using driver combo technique. Any foe will do, roly-poly not picky. Friends know how topple work, yes? First use driver art to inflict break, then tell blade to do attack, and watch enemy hit deck like sack of mushrooms. It's simple though, do break then topple, repeat 5 times and pass test. And then, when ready, not forget to come see roly-poly and give good news. I think this is a better way to do tutorials than most tutorials. They do then add in the tutorial, which is a little bit frustrating. Old machine. Mechanism looks ancient. There's nothing here for us now.
The suspense is killing me.
Hey, I'm Isabella, don't you know? I'm something of an adventurer around these parts. Say, do you know about the Barney Stones? Long, long ago, a famed adventurer called Blue Barney went adventuring for treasure in Ulrest. But during his travels in Torna, he collected so much loot he couldn't carry it all. So he decided to seal it up inside big rocks and got monsters to guard it to make sure it didn't get stolen. He thought he'd retrieve his loot when he next made it out to Torna, you see? But he never got the chance. And so the Barney Stones remain untouched to this day. Barney might have been a bit useless and a good-for-nothing, but it makes for an interesting tale, right? I did enjoy the story. So you agree? I'm so glad to have met a like-minded soul. Then have I got another tale for you. I've heard there's a Barney Stone somewhere in the nearby Harad Hills. Thought I might have a go at finding it myself, but so far no luck. So I'm thinking I might just pack up and head back to the capital. And you look like you might be able to find it. When you do find it, you're supposed to hold your hands up and chant, "Barney's the man," 3 times. Yeah, I know, I think it's nuts too. You've got to say the words to break the seal, but you can probably just mutter it under your breath. Oh, and you'll have to take care of all the monsters that show up after you break the seal. If you can manage that, Barney's hidden loot will be all yours, and it'll finally re-enter circulation. On the off chance you do manage to get the treasure, let me know. I'm sure it'll be an exciting tale you'll have to tell. Until then, I suppose.
I said I'd do it, so consider it done.
There are Barney Stones all over Ulrest. Okay. Oh, well, all over Torna. We'll come across a few of them. Are you tourists? No, not from the looks of you. You're adventurers or drivers, right? Well then, hope you're ready to hear some tips from a pro adventurer. That's me, by the way. If you're drivers, you'll stop from time to time to camp on the road. Take the opportunity to use the materials you've collected to create new items. You can also use the food charms and talismans you make for a variety of short-term boosts during battle. So, that's a pretty useful tip, isn't it? If you need more, just come anytime and ask this pro adventurer. Me. Ooh.
This is becoming addictive.
Man. I have to. Oh no. That was a bad scream.
Gravity for that one.
Don't get careless.
So you're finally here, eh? I've been waiting for you. You going to Gormat? Hop on. Ah, I knew which one you were hoping for, Nerf. I only just became a Titanship Captain's Apprentice. It might be a bumpy ride. Try not to hurl or anything. I'm sure the blades will be alright, but... well... and off we go, into the wild blue yonder.
Don't forget me!
Thank you, Lieutenant. And we arrive in a nearly pristine Gormott. No Ardanian battleship. Lady Laura, welcome to Lasham Cove. This is Gormott, huh? So pretty. I think the grass really is greener on the other side. It is kind of a dream destination, isn't it? That's exactly why everyone's trying to claim it for themselves, ruining it for everyone else. Still, it's not like there was anywhere else to turn to. This is practically the only place where Lady Laura's mother could feel secure these days. Don't look so glum, Hayes. If it weren't for you, I'd never have found out that my mother fled here. Can't thank you enough for that. Yes, I suppose. Come on, let's get to Targath. Can't wait to see Mother again. Okay, let's just head along the road. It'll take us straight there. Just remember, this is uncharted territory for us. Try not to... Never mind. It's not like I need to tell any of you that. Yes, I dare say we've all learned to exercise caution by this point. Let's not dally then. Onward. And so this is a remix of the original Gormott theme to be a bit jazzier.
Diligence and devotion.
I consider it mostly okay. Don't think it's good as the original. Prince Adam, what pleasure to see you again. Is Macmac, most trusted intelligence operative. Prince grows so big and gorgeous. Ah, if only Macmac was 30 years younger. Just kidding, of course. Where was Macmac? Ah yes, case of poisonous substance dealing. Dum-dums don't realize how dangerous that is. Poisonous substance is red pollen ore. Some dum-dum stupid enough to buy and dealer rakes in gold. Macmac is on trail of dum-dums. The dum-dums always seem to be one step ahead of Macmac. Which brings Macmac to request. Prince Adam help efforts of Macmac to seize red pollen ores? Yes, Natan, that's exactly what he said. Pollen orb cargo stored in green barrels. Friend C green barrels should smash into pieces on spot. Under no circumstance use pollen orb or Macmac personally show up and give spankings. Is clear? Macmac will return to Torna in the meantime and gather more intel on Dum-Dum. Will personally expose Dum-Dums for wrongdoings in name of Prince Adam. That about it from side of Macmac. Please to look for green barrels and retrieve of pollen orbs.
I'm certain it'll be worth it in the long run.
This is one of the longest running quests in Torna, though there is no point setting it as an active quest.
The suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me.
Check out all this nature. Go on, take a deep breath. Feels good, eh? Not like Torna at all. Gormott's famous for its clear waters and pristine natural beauty. Be careful though, at the heart of this land dwell hordes of strong monsters. You'll want to keep an eye out if you stray too far from the road. I'm not going to talk to everybody. I'm going to focus on quest givers for now. Except for a handful of people who I know are important, like Lyta. Hey guys, check out this deviled baguette recipe I picked up. The more recipes you get a hold of, the better your cooking repertoire will be. Sometimes people will give you them, or you might get a sudden brainwave. It's happened to me. Also, it can be a ton of fun collecting recipes, but don't forget to actually try some out. Trust me, you'll love it. And her no-nonsense blade. Now Lyta, I don't want to rain in your parade here, but you must understand. We didn't come to Gormott for fun and games. There's absolutely no reason for us to linger at the cove any longer than we... Lyta, are you even listening? Now it's worth noting, there was a place called Lyta Oasis. And the two are not unrelated. Level 18 unique monster. I ain't gonna fuck with that.
This is becoming addictive. Aren't we intrepid?
I know a lot of people really like this jazz remix, but I think it is just okay. What is fantastic is to see Gormott before there were a lot of people living there. It's not that there were no people, but the huge windmill that dominated the skyline in Tarigoth, it's not there. Tarigoth apparently exists, but it is much smaller.
This is killing me. Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted.
Ooh, that's not ideal.
Don't overdo it.
Now the real battle begins. How about this?
Rip. Yeah, that went about as badly as it could.
We can take them on a bit later.
We'll avenge ourselves next time.
Wait, where did the bunnies go? Oh, there they are.
All right, follow my lead.
This is just the way I did things.
Okay, fine. I'll fight you all.
I'll protect you.
You're a lifesaver. Spinning wheel.
Don't overdo it.
I'm fine. Just fine.
And once again, by using the Vanguard switch, we can recover a ton of HP in some
It was
cases.
me here. It was obvious.
Presumptuous, aren't you?
Aren't we
What was that
intrepid?
now?
I genuinely think Vanguard switching for healing is one of the coolest things they did in this game.
This is becoming addictive.
The ability to switch between who the Vanguard is, and when you have two blades, that's basically three characters you can switch between,
Aren't we intrepid?
makes the whole thing very dynamic. I've never played MVC, partly because I'm very bad at fighting games.
All right, follow my
Okay,
lead.
fine,
They'll live
don't
to
fight
regret
me.
this.
These guys should be no problem.
This is just the way I did things.
The only issue with stutter stepping at the moment is it builds up a lot of aggro, and we don't have attack. Ooh, missed the toggle. That's rare.
How do you magnify that?
forward.
I actually really like Hayes as a blade in this game. She's very healing focused, but that works with her personality and everything.
Keep a lid on the pep there, Laura.
And I find that as a healer, she's one of the more interesting. Stitch, I'd probably call you a champ.
My senses are heightened.
You read my turn.
Star Slash.
Try this on. I like the way this is going.
Snow Blast. Chill Stroke. Hey.
I'm ready. Take this. Max scale. How about this? We're doing well.
Don't.
Come, Wind of Healing. You here. You were a match for an Aegis? Dream on.
Great.
Aren't we intrepid?
I take on a level 15.
All right, follow my lead.
They'll live to regret this.
Looks like when it's just a planet, it's not too much.
We're doing well.
Snow Blast.
Can't just leave it there.
Good job.
This is becoming addictive.
Is this the person? Yes, the
We made
Robber
it.
Queen.
Good stuff. You're
Doesn't seem
coming
so
with
bad.
me.
I like that this person's title is just Robber Queen, like it's no big deal. Are you a band of drivers and blades? You look pretty strong. I don't think you'd be suited to being in my party. Why not, you ask? Well, to put it bluntly, you're simply not up to the task. Are you keeping your skills up to scratch to make sure you're ready for battle? You have to think carefully about the skills you want to train and use your experience from battling and questing. And me, well, I'm the cream of the crop when it comes to thieving skills. So I'm afraid we just wouldn't be a good match. Well, that's just... I mean, you're right, but it's me. Doc, they call me. You could say I'm an adventurer, but I also have a scholarly interest in the links between Ether and Titans. Do you know anything about this atmospheric disturbance called the ether miasma? A little bit. There's been a few of these ether miasmas popping out up around Gormont lately. Only little ones, mind. I was going to go and have a look myself, but I got set upon by monsters before I could get very far. To be honest, it's more the intellectual side of adventuring that I'm into. I'm not too great at all the rough stuff, but I was just wondering if you lot could help me out. I bet you'd make light work of the Espina Ferris that caused me such bother last time. No, that's the exact monster that killed me not 5 minutes ago. If you'll help me, it'll let me really get stuck into my ether miasma related research, you see? Well, I'll leave it up to you. You look like you can handle it.
I hope we'll be able to help.
So, Laura can make charms, Jin can cook, Hayes can make talismans, Adam can replicate artifacts. Some of these are very useful, and Mithra is good at creative cuisine. Now, I only have one issue with this paint, and that is, what is wrong with Hayes' face? Am I the only one who sees some... Like, her one eye is just very off. Or maybe both of her eyes were very old. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's the exact feeling I get, Josh. I hate it.
Now, let me see.
Cotton Charm gives us Party Gauge
This
gain,
came out very well.
gain, which isn't super important at this point.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
We can make a Deviled Baguette.
It came together nicely.
Stitch by stitch.
A
And
Soothing
careful now.
Talisman improves special recharge, and with our later talismans can get much better. I'm actually not going to take that yet because I don't care too much. Adam's replica artifacts. These are not like pouch items. They give permanent, essentially party-wide buffs. So they can increase how far away you can get items from, how far you can lure from, decreases enemy detention, increases lure range further, increases the max number of pouch items you can make, increases gold earned, and increases item discovery rate. I don't have what I need for any of these yet, but these are all great. Whole Oopa in a bun. That's just terrifying. Inconceivable Pudding is my favorite name for any item in these games. Chaos Strauloop isn't far behind, but inconceivable is just such a wonderful word to use there. I wonder what kind of place Tari got brings. You'll be reunited with your mother soon, Lady Laura. I know, I can't wait. Gormott is a real sight to behold, but that beauty can harbor many perils. It's home to plenty of monsters. You should keep your wits about you. I know, protecting Lady Laura is my duty. I never forget that, not for a moment. Hey, I've got her covered. Hehe, I'm sure the two of you will be able to keep me safe somehow. I'm actually going to use some of my bonus experience. Thank you, Nintendo.
What an incredible feeling.
I should play a Final Fantasy on stream ever. Ah, Greg. It is, Greg. By the way, it's worth occasionally checking the community tab. You can see we've got a bunch more people in our community. These are just people we spoke to. Yeah, Greg, this is the DLC campaign, and since it's quite short, by JRPG standards, I decided to finish this off in January. I'm probably not going to do any more Xenoblade this year. But yeah, this is only 20 to 25 hours.
All right, follow my lead.
Which by JRPG standards is very short. Yeah, Nintendo. I mean, we'll see what happens. But my current plan does not include more Xenoblade. But plans change.
Think you can snow blast?
Take this! Stay back!
Back into the
I'll
fray.
give you a hand! I'm ready!
I'm sure now we'll fight better.
Good.
been spotted.
Honestly, I am concerned that this year I won't have time to do anything except Dark Souls and Sonic 06.
Thanks. You read my mind. Now, spinning wheel! Break!
Yeah, Greg, part of one of my charity incentives when I did that charity stream, I have to go back to my Dark Souls playthrough. So, Nintendo, I would say yes, except I wasn't even solo for my previous part of the playthrough. I think it was Cahill's help to do the Chuckle Brothers. So no, it will not be entirely solo.
There must be some.
Make sure you use it for.
Yes, I am a bit of a massa pig.
We made it. Good stuff.
I mean, I will try to, right? But it's a hard game. I'm sad. Oh no. Tarigoth is not looking too good.
Oh no.
Here too. Gormot's an attractive target, but this... Whoever did this clearly had no compassion or respect for the people they killed.
Well, whether it was Malos or someone else, either way, clearly they're all toast.
Mithra.
Laura.
It's okay. Mother could have run away somewhere safe.
Yeah, but you hold on to that hope, Laura. Let's undercut the emotionality of the scene by fiddling with stats. Ooh, that's a very nice auto. That's how you undercut the emotionality of the scene. Thank you, Tron. And congrats on getting the rare RNG. No, not at all. Of course we can be silly. Right? We're just a bunch of silly peeps here. Silliness is both allowed and frankly encouraged. There are times when a scene is very intense and I will switch off trigger fire. But this isn't one of those times. JRPG means silly is allowed still. I was not complaining when I said that about undercutting the emotionality of the scene. I thought it was fun.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Oh no.
Don't forget me!
Thank you, Craig.
Look, fresh graves over here.
This kind soul must have dug them all.
What's wrong?
Should we maybe bury him too?
Huh? Yes, let's.
This... I made this flower myself. She kept all this time.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
Bad timing, Greg, but sure. Aww. Mama dead, but at least you have your twink with you. Thank you, Jin. I'm alright now, really. Are you sure? If you're trying to put on a brave face, then... It's fine, it's fine. Hey guys, do you think we could go back to the village again? Did you notice something? No, nothing like that. I was just thinking maybe we could bring back something to offer to the rest of the graves, beside Mother's. They were all burnt to ashes. Is there really any point? Really? We didn't find anything last time. Alright, we can all look together. It helps give you closure. So yeah, literally the very first main story quest in the game, you get here too late. Nikki also cute. Ooh, scale chip for Ace as well. It doesn't focus on attack, but it's like she still attacks. Thank you, Greg. We all need a bun time sometimes. Also that.
Surround them.
Man, I almost forgot these guys.
Ardanian troops? Imperial Guard?
Thieving scum. Don't think you're gonna get away with your dirty deeds.
What? No! We just... Problem, Captain?
It's she.
ones who attacked the village, perhaps.
Drivers and blades. Mercenaries?
So that's Bridget.
Captain, I shall deal with these individuals. Emperor Hugo must be briefed.
Yes, ma'am. You lot, stay here and assist the Lady Bridget. Son!
I don't know, Trom. Sometimes you just need to go hard.
Never again!
I'm gonna focus on the scouts rather than Bridget. I wanted to topple her, but I needed to heal more than anything.
If I must.
It's nothing, really.
Open wide! Right on target! Open wide!
This is a tough fight for being so early in the game. There we go. Get a topple.
Their power may equal Lord Hugo's. Can they really be mere ruffians?
Great.
Hitting an enemy with the special begins a blade combo. The blade combo consists of 3 stages, and finishing it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second, and third stages of a blade combo require you to hit the enemy with the special that's at least level 1, 2, and 3 respectively to link them up. You can also link up other team specials. When the team can use a special, a combo request will appear on the screen for you to give the order. Think carefully. You can continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element. Again, a massive improvement over the base game, which had these strictly defined special lines. As long as you keep to the level requirements, but there are some fixed routes. So they keep those fixed routes. They just also open up all combinations. These critical routes number 16 in total, and they're composed of a particular sequence of elements. For example, one such route is fire, fire, light. A finished critical route will trigger a special animation and cause extra damage, so be on the lookout for the other 15 special element sequences. Those are the ones from the base game.
I can still improve. I have to.
What an incredible feeling.
I need to wrap this up before Lord Hugo arrives.
Not done with you! Come on! That was a pretty cheap trick. Keep going like that, you'll get a reputation.
Cheap, you say? Don't be absurd. It's called tactics, look it up. But perhaps that's something a simpleton like yourself could never hope to comprehend.
A simpleton?
Your attacks scream it. Clumsy, heavy, no refinement.
I was gonna go easy on you, but now you have pissed me off!
Mithra, stop! We've got children here!
actually hit me.
Oh, didn't like that, did you? I can see it on your face. Well, on that note...
Mithra!
Haze! Understood.
What? How? Is this you? What the hell? She's our enemy.
Adam plainly ordered you to stop. Or didn't you hear him, simpleton?
How extraordinary. I'd heard of a blade with the power to restrain others, but I never thought... And did she say Adam? It can't be.
All of you, lay down your arms.
It's best, lad.
There is no need for this.
Hello?
It's tiny baby child.
It's good to see you again, Prince Adam. Please forgive the actions of my guards.
Don't you worry about it. I am just glad to see you well, Your Imperial Majesty.
Imperial Majesty?
May I introduce? The Emperor of Mor Ardain, Hugo Ardenach.
The Ardanian Emperor? What's someone of his station doing out here?
You know, our stations are fairly similar.
Not that you'd ever know.
Thanks, I try.
I've come for the Aegis. Its actions have been felt in Mor Ardain as well. We're currently chasing it down.
The same as us, then. But coming here yourself.
My brother is ruling in my absence.
I see. And so you brought Brigid and Aegeon.
Huh?
Those two are the crown jewels of the Ardanian forces. Wielding them on the front lines is the duty of he who has the throne.
Indeed. That ought to have been my older brother.
But he didn't have the potential to become a driver. And now here you are, bonded with both of them.
The Special Inquisitor is under my brother's direct command.
Oh.
You're no Special Inquisitor.
Should I fall in battle, he has his orders to retrieve the core crystals.
That sounds cold.
That's how it goes with matters of state.
And yet, it works out well for me. I have always wanted to put myself on the line for our people. And I never enjoyed wielding authority in the first place.
I feel the same way. I don't get why anyone would want to sit on a throne.
Yes, that. If Prince Zetar knew, there would be consequences.
Let's
Thanks,
pretend
Tron.
you didn't hear me say that.
You two will never see eye to eye.
It's
Better
not
to live
Josh,
well
it
enough
is his
alone.
ancestor.
Ruling is, frankly, it's a scary thought. Just imagine becoming someone you don't recognize. Never knowing who's looking back at you in the mirror.
Prince Adam, I'd be happy if you called me Hugo, like old times.
I will, dear Hugo, but only if you call me Adam in return. Well, it would be beneficial to share our findings. But
Stitch, it's
perhaps
500
elsewhere
years
might be
before.
better?
How about your Majesty's flagship?
Indeed.
Flagship.
Is something the matter, Lady Laura?
I'm just not very good in that kind of stuffy environment.
Well, you're not alone there. That's the worst.
Right? I think I'll sit this particular venture out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Is that her?
Yes, this is Mithra, one of the Aegises. Your account would be valuable as well, Laura.
Everything I've seen or heard, Jin will know as well.
Yes, that's true.
Please, would you go instead of me, please?
Of course. I will do as you wish.
Thank you kindly. Well then, shall we?
Well then, my friends, shall we make a move? Your Majesty, this may not be my position to say, but would it not be wise to first investigate the location we spoke of? Ah yes, you do raise a valid point. Aegean, please consider His Majesty's feelings. He wishes for quality time to spend with his dear friend, Prince Haddon. I'm honored that you value me so highly, but I think this is a decision best left to Hugo. What do you say? Would that be getting in the way of your mission? No, not in the slightest. In fact, I believe you're just as much involved in this whole affair as us. What with your traveling alongside the Aegis, that much is clear. This mission of yours has something to do with Malos? Exactly so. Aegean, would you? Of course. By official decree, allow me to formally disclose to you the nature of our mission. On the surface, we have traveled here to work on diffusing diplomatic tensions between the Empire and Sia. But at the same time, there is another matter we are investigating. And that, I presume, is Malos. So what are you going to do to him? Take him down? Capture him? At the present time, neither. It is His Majesty's wish to ascertain the intent of this Malos, and indeed anyone who wishes our empire harm. Then, I assume new intelligence has come to light? The 4th decade reported in just as you were on your way to Tarragon. They had discovered an area of land that had been scorched black by some colossal power. I don't think Adam's going to want to ignore that one. You read my mind. Hugo, as much as I'd enjoy reminiscing out on the Cloud Sea, I'd quite like to enjoy some more of the scenery first. Of course. If you like, we can take a side trip before we return to the ship. Laura, is this wise? I still want to decorate the graves, so I'll wait for you in the village. Everything will be fine. Hayes is with me after all. That's right. Please take as much time as you need. Alright. Maybe it's for the best that she doesn't get to see the extent of Malos' devastation. So you say the 4th decade found traces of Malos' destruction. And that would be where? It would appear to be at Valifum Hill, heading inland from Ordia Great Plain. But I'm afraid I've received no further information. We have no recourse but to go and examine the area ourselves. From here, it's probably even closer than the harbor. Indeed, and that is where we must go. Perhaps you can entertain us with tales of your adventures as we make our way, Adam.
I'm certain it'll be worth it in the long run.
I'm actually going to bring Hugo up front. You've unlocked the ability to change party order. I have already done so. Just one more note about level 4 specials. The technique for driver and blade sharing one weapon is a unique innovation by Laura and her companions. Therefore, if you're controlling a team other than Laura's, you won't be able to use level 4 specials in battle. But who knows, as the adventure continues, Adam and Hugo might pick up the skill too one day. Until then, do your best working with what you've got.
Nighttime.
Hugo is an earth element sword and shield wielder and acts as a tank. Bridget, we know from the base game, is a fire type evasion tank. And Aegean is a water type tank. So this is our tank team. There are others, but this one is ours.
My hopes are high for this one.
Keep busting up green barrels whenever you see them.
My hopes are high for this one.
I think there are 100 or 120 green barrels in the game.
I tremble with excitement.
You don't need to worry about them yet, but they're out there. Actually, I just want to make sure Hugo has some good accessories. It's not the best rigid vest, but it'll do. And then luck is useful for getting break and topple. I'm sorry, is his strength nice? I didn't see. Oh, it is. How wonderful. Thank you for letting me know, Nikki. This is a great day.
Isn't this fun?
Nikki, you got it. And Trump got it 15 minutes ago.
Isn't this fun?
That is remarkable. 25 minutes ago. That is such a low probability. I didn't though. It's just RNG.
I've always wanted to do this.
RNG favored you, Nikki. RNG loves you as much as the rest of us.
I will not let them go unpunished. Believe me, they won't know what hit them. Yeah.
This is going well.
I shall continue to rely on you. Use me in your secret. No blast. Diver complete. Waiting for your go-ahead.
So there was a very cool moment there. Those enemies, Aspars. One of their attacks, they throw themselves into the air, and that does actually give them the launch status. And if you time it well enough, as Adam did, you can smash them from their own launch. It's very cool. It's true, Stitch. I never got Cosmos, and I'm still sad. I like these guys. Flambus. Their name's good, their everything is good. Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right, made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard song, the elder's legend, it was all true. Ah, I wish you could have had some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then I had no idea that I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday. Not a clue. And I also had no idea that I'd end up with the Blade who was so hungry for experience. I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure, it was hardly boring discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antol, and Skeeter variety. Oh, so it was bug-infested. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. We must have looked like extra tempting appetizers for them. There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. Ah, a fine recompense for an adventurer's heart. So your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. More than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual reward. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates, though. How so? It was a kind of paradise for insects, but I heard later that it was laid to waste by someone or other. The ways of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war, and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have granted them. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home. Ah, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption, but this appears to be the location mentioned in the report. That doesn't look like what Malos does. The journey passed as the blinking of an eye thanks to Adam's enchanting tales. If your servant's humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. My lord, how does that come out of your mouth unironically?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Hi, Paula. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I'm not your better, and you should know. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mithra, I'd really like to get your opinion on it, as the Aegis. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malos' handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mithra? Malos' attacks would have melted the earth and turned it into glass. But whatever did this only scorched the grass. It can't have been such a high temperature. A very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you for an ally. Offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Nay, Aegean, you could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Everyone, look there. It's a big one. Indeed, you cannot let it run riot. Just think of the damage it could do if it got to Lasham Cove or a settlement. Everyone, get to it.
They've spotted us.
Look out!
You saved me. My thanks. Snowblight. Star Slash.
For my lead, someone else can guard
Not to be brave.
for now.
You're right on.
Like
Adam, I'm charged and ready.
waiting for your go-ahead. No, Snowblight. I feel close to you. I need to do
Ow, what?
I'm attacked on your mark.
Breaking wing.
You're quite
Let me magnify that for you.
Fire-spewing monster. A good thing we had Aegean on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with it. Well, it seems safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn market. I'd never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Targoth. Maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happens from time to time. Yeah, maybe, or more likely, some human stole or smashed up its home. We call them monsters, but to them we're the monsters. Indeed, it must be thus. The day shall dawn where man's exploitation of the Titans will bring us all to ruin. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. That skiing? Amalthus especially walks funny.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice, enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Don't you?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
Sir, please take a throat lozenge.
Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret, formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking. But this...
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans, it also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the Architect, no doubt.
I mean, in this case, it literally is.
Architect.
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the Architect has in store for this world, and perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps.
Treason.
Isn't
Arthur
this in
Fist.
line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
Okay, so fun fact, Tron. The reason for that is because this was not originally going to be DLC. All of this was originally going to be in the base game. Between Chapter 8 and Chapter 9, was going to be this, a whole other chapter, showing the history of all of this, and so it wasn't a spoiler. Like, none of this is considered to be a spoiler because it was part of the game. It's very weird. And due to time constraints, they had to take it out, and that gave them some time to polish it, which gave us a better end product. So I'm glad about that. But it's a very cool little thing. I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. Currently moored at Lasham Cove. Then to Lasham Cove we go.
Aren't you glad you asked us?
To Lasham Cove we go. Next stream. Well, it's not that crazy to think, Trom. The DLC is sold as a standalone piece, so it's not that crazy. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This was an incredibly fun experience. I love this game. I'm so happy to be back at it. Thank you for confirming that you're not a bot, Nikki. Let's take a look at who we can raid. There's someone that I think might still be online. We'll see. Yes, Gam is doing Barry's stream highlights, which is always fun. Nikki, you lie? Oh, actually, let me check that quickly. Because if they're online now, I can do that right now. Sarah's doing birthday stream? Hell yes. Thank you for suggesting that, Greg. Yeah. Oh, and he's playing Disco Elysium, which is a wonderful game. So there's no downside to this. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I will be continuing Torna on Friday at 5:30 Eastern Time, where we will continue to hunt down the Aegis. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone you're in. I hope to see you all around in future streams. And yeah, say hi to Sar for me. Say happy birthday to Sar. And I see you all around. Have a good one, everybody.